I'm gonna put this over here. There we go. I think so. I don't know. I don't know. I think we're good now. We're good. I am tired, but it's okay. Anyway, hello. Hello, Dab. Welcome in. How are you doing? I hope all is well and so well with you. Yes, okay, good. Well, welcome in. I need to close all of my tabs because now I'm only using one monitor and it feels weird. But I feel good. I think I got everything set up and like prepped and ready to go. I'm pretty sure. But nonetheless, pretty good. I'm at my parents' house right now, so I am simply, working and a lurking, doing all the things right now. And I cannot pin that. Why not? There we go. Put you over here. Put you over here. There we go. Also, Eglish and Daisy, welcome in. How are you both doing today? It's good seeing you. Welcome in. We're going to be cooking up a storm today in the kitchen because today is what I like to call Cooking with Spring. We do it every month on Twitch, and I thought we'd do some cooking for a short time today. So I'm glad that you are here. Oh, this feels weird. Like, I actually got to my parents' house last night. Like, literally after stream, I rushed over here to get everything set up. Luckily, I have everything here, but still, it feels weird. I don't know. Because normally I'm at my own apartment cooking, but last time we did it here with the parentals. But they're working, so they're doing other things. But I'm good. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, it's a Wednesday. I'm like, what day is it again? Wednesday. Yes. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a great day this morning, whatever you are doing. What have you been up to lately? I'm going to do a few more things before we kind of get started. That way I can make sure things are looking very good on my end. And it is. Okay. Good. Anyway, hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm pretty sure because my audio is working fine. But hopefully you can hear me just peachy. I got everything set up in all my locations. I got one back there near the stove, one here, and then I have one like over here in this section. I think it's this one. Yeah. I have this camera over here. I have that camera over there. And then I also have that camera back there. So there's a lot of things. Oh, none of the alerts work today because I don't have the sounds on this computer. So I don't think the sound alerts will work for today, sadly. But Owanu and Gwen and Neon, welcome in. It's good seeing you today. Welcome. But yeah, any of the sound alerts that you're going to play don't work, sadly. I know, the alerts don't work, like the sound alerts don't work, sadly. I made my own. But I hope you're all having a great day today. It definitely feels very weird because we're streaming in the kitchen again, and we only do this once a month, but like, what can you do, What can you do? But we're making some really cool stuff today. We're making, let me do it over here instead. There we go, that's better. We're cooking up a storm. We're doing, we're making vegan Tex-Mex black bean and peppers today because we're being sponsored by HelloFresh today, and they sent over some lovely little things. It should take only 30 minutes to make, and we have another thing we're also making. We're making blueberry muffins as well. So a lot of things being cooked in the kitchen. My parents are working, so I'm just here working as well. So it's going to be really fun. But I've never really made like stuff like this before. But I've eaten it before at other places, but this one, I get to make my own. And I have all the ingredients, because they give all the ingredients what you need to make in a bag. So you're able to, like, make sure you're good. But they give you, like, they don't give you, like, the basic stuff, like pots and pans and salt and pepper, which is, like, basic stuff. But everything else, going to be pretty great. I feel like I should get a snack. Yes, you get a snack. Good old snacks. You got Minnie and Ariel in your valley now? Oh, good. Good. I'm glad you got Minnie and Ariel. Now it is time to get Eric. Well, unless you already have Eric on your valley, but still, that is very exciting. I haven't played Dream Valley in a while. I know we're playing it on Saturday, and I have to do a lot of decorating that I need to do, like organization of my valley and friendship wise, because I've been very neglectful with a few people on that valley. Mostly who who I don't like. Oh, it's Mother Gothel. But I realized I have to actually interact with her because of a quest. I just want to get to level 10, and then I can ignore her, as I usually do with all the other characters. Level 10, and I'm like, get out my way. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Valor, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're all having a great day. Oh, you still need Eric? Oh, that means you have to talk to Ursula then. Ursula's gonna be your bestest friend in the entire world. Because in order to get Eric, you need level 10 friendship with Ursula. And I think level 2 with Ariel in order to get him on the valley as well. I think that's what I had to do. But all is good. We're just getting started with the stream. Nothing much has happened yet. We're making 2 different things today, actually. What's over here? This hair. So, we're making 2 things. We're making vegan Tex-Mex, black bean and pepper wraps, and they're making blueberry muffins. I'm using the basic recipe that's on the back of the Quaker Oats oat flour package, because, why not? It requires eggs, but I'm not going to use eggs. I'm going to use chia seeds, because eggs are fun, but they're messy, so I want to be clean as possible. So we're making 2 things, so the stream might not be too long. It may be like just 2 hours, because usually we only do like 3, but yeah. But we're being sponsored by HelloFresh today, and HelloFresh is so kindly to sponsor the stream for the past 2 weeks now. But if you want to get yourself a lovely subscription of HelloFresh at any point, feel free to use my code, which is literally on the screen right over here. Or you can do exclamation point HelloFresh in the chat with the link. She's a sweetheart. You know, she's just a sweetheart, lovely person. We definitely do enjoy our time with Ursula every once in a blue moon. I would say, Aradark, since you have Minnie on your island or your valley, you're not gonna love her as much anymore. Because once you get to a certain level with Minnie, you're gonna have to do like that clay quest for a clock. And let me just tell you, you're gonna be exhausted. You're gonna be exhausted doing that quest because all that clay. The Star Path made me hang out with both Scar and Mother Gothel when I got old. And that's all I wanted to do was lock them back where I found them. Oh no. Oh no. I feel like I'm not that too deep into the Star Path, and I forget when it ends because I need to like actually do this one because there's items that I actually want. I don't like either of them. I think I'm currently doing a quest right now with Mother Gothel, but I can't remember which one it is. And I just want her to like leave. But yeah, once you get to a certain level, I forget what level it is for Minnie for that clock tower, and I think it's what is it? It's like 100 pieces of clay or something, and then other materials you need. But Minnie's quests are just too much. It's like, I've missed everyone so much. I enjoy this time. And it's like, no, 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 no. This is not the time nor the place. We're not doing this right now, Minnie. As soon as I got done, I was like, get out my way. I don't want to talk to you no more. We are through. I think it took me about a month to do because the clay tends to spawn very sporadically, at least for me. Even doing Mother Gothel's quest where it was like different, I think, stones or whatever at certain times, like you have to get a thing at like at night or like the evening time or like the crack of dawn, and it's so weird. But I kind of like the challenge of doing that, so it's definitely, I don't know, interesting. But I'm just like curious what is gonna be the next thing we're going to be getting. I mean, besides like Vanellope, and how is that going to continue with our story? You know, this one's about 60 days long. Okay, that's right. I don't remember how much time we have left. Okay. You finish the first 4 pages and then I stop playing. And then I'm gonna play on Saturday while I watch this thing. Cool. I do have an idea because I want to be able to make um, a certain like location of my valley because I moved the wizard's house, my house, Buzz's house, and I think the fairy godmother's house to the Forest of Valor because that makes more sense there. And then someone, I think it was you, Owanu, I'm pretty sure, that you posted a video in the Discord on the Forgotten Lands. I need to watch that video so I can understand how to make the Forgotten Lands not looking a little bit rough. But yeah, I have a. Oh, it's July. Okay, but I have definitely got to look at that video to make sure I'm doing everything correctly because I haven't figured out what I want to do yet, and I want to leave a lot of space for Vanellope because I have a feeling that her house might be big, like the mini casa that we got from Encanto in an update a while back ago. So I'm like curious, like what's going to happen with the housing situation because I think eventually we'll run out of space. So I'm hoping that they'll give us a chance to have another biome where we can expand the map a little bit bigger or at least have more chances to make the houses smaller. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, but I think what we're gonna do for now is first I need water because I don't have any water with me right now. But I'm gonna get all the ingredients out from the fridge, and then I guess we can get started with cutting all of the fun little thingies. Yeah. So it says trim and thinly sliced scallops separating the white from the green. Half core and thinly sliced green peppers into strips. Drain and rinse the beans. Roughly chopped cilantro, finely diced tomatoes, and quarter lime. There's so many cutting things we have to do. Okay, but let me get the little thing. Let me get my stuff. Oh, here was my water the whole time. I found my water. I found my water. Anyway, but we're being sponsored by HelloFresh today, and we have all the ingredients we need in this lovely bag right here. It came in a box a couple days ago, and I gotta, do all the unboxing that I need to do for it. But we're making two things. If you do exclamation point recipes in the chat, it'll give you the what we're cooking today. But essentially, we're making vegan Tex-Mex black bean and pepper wraps and vegan blueberry muffins today. So that is what we're doing today in the stream. HelloFresh first, so we can get that out the way because my parents want to eat food. And then for like a dessert type of thing, I'm making vegan blueberry muffins with oat flour from Quaker. All the ingredients are literally in this whole kitchen. So, and I'm going to follow the ingredients on the back of the bag once we make the muffins. That will probably be towards the end. But I'm excited. I haven't had like wraps in a long time, nor have I had like vegan wraps. And I'm not vegan at all. I just like food. I just like food. But yeah, as you can see, I'm going to show you. But with HelloFresh, there we go. With HelloFresh, basically, what they give you is all the ingredients in the bag. So when you're like trying to find certain things you want to get from like HelloFresh or wherever, they don't like have you buy all the ingredients just to make the thing. They give you everything, like down to the science. Everything is proportionally correct. So, or actually, everything is pre-portioned, so you don't have to go out and buy things. You don't really get to waste any food, which is great. And I like that because sometimes I either overbuy or underbuy, and I'm like, I don't have everything. And I'm like, when I don't have to figure out and do math, I'm like, thank goodness for HelloFresh is here. But they give you everything. That is a gigantic pepper. My goodness. That is huge. It's bigger than my, well, it's the size of my hand. Nisha Sneeze, welcome in. How are you doing today? It's good seeing you. Welcome in. Nice. And the good part, the bag is recyclable, so helping the earth. I'm gonna put it over there for now. But let's put all these to the side for now. And let me just tell you, I'm in my parents' house right now, so I'm just like, I'm using their kitchen and their space. Because my space, too dang small. So I'm gonna like say, I'm just here, enjoying myself. I just like food, absolute food. Honestly, I will literally try anything and everything just because food is all about experimenting and you're able to like try new things that normally you don't get to try because you have to buy all the stuff and like have to make it. That's too much work. But welcome in, and I'm glad you're doing good, Nisha Sneeze. I am doing really well. I cannot complain. I'm having a fantastic time. Just mostly just kind of getting prepared for today. I woke up at 7:30 this morning. And I'm just like, I'm not a morning person. So I'm like slowly waking up. So that's all that matters. I'm doing peachy. Hopefully you've had a good morning so far and you had a good weekend. Or week, at least. A good week. Because it is Wednesday. Technically, yeah. It is Wednesday. Alrighty, so we have the tomato. We have the pepper. We have the lime, the scallops, the cilantro, and then we also have the beans in a box. Beans in a box. You know, and low sodium, that's good. Low sodium. I have been trying to not wear down, but like reduce how much sodium I have in my food. And I'm like, this is nice. Okay, let me get a knife so I can chop my things. You know what? Not that one. There's so many knives. Or do I want? I don't know. I'll take this knife. This might be crazy. There's so many knives here. They're little things. There's no difference. Okay. I found myself a knife. Anyway, I would love to ask you all, since we are here, have you got a chance to see the brand new trailer when it comes to The Sims 4? Or I guess the live stream technically. I'm gonna wash all these real quick. Let me wash these. There we go. I've got my things washed, ready to go. I think I'm gonna chop the pepper first. That way, I can get it out the way. And it's like the biggest thing in the world. I'm not a big fan of peppers, but I don't mind them. I do not mind peppers. I think I have to find like the right kind. Let's do this right here. I'm basically just cutting the little part in the middle out so that way there's no seeds in the food. I'm gonna get my trash can. Oh, it is bright outside today. Wowee. Okay, let's keep cutting this real quickies. Okay, I'm just gonna dump this out. Ah, there's so many seeds. Okay, there we go. That's better. Oh, peppers aren't your favorite, but if the recipe calls for them, I'll try them and see if I like it. Oh yeah, definitely. Like if it calls for peppers, I'll enjoy it. I'll try it out. I've been recently experimenting with like other like peppers. Like these are green peppers, and I've been using like red peppers every once in a while. And I'm like, this is not bad. I mean, to me, I feel like they have no taste at all, but they're not terrible. Because there's like green peppers, yellow peppers, green, yellow, red, orange. Those are the only type of peppers that I know, that I have seen. But bell peppers, not bad. I've never had a stuffed bell pepper before. Would you say they're like fun to like, well, not fun, they're like really good? Because like, what do you put, what do you put in yours? I'm the opposite. Um, and I feel like their specific taste, I'm not a huge fan of it. Really? I mean, it has like some, the smell of it is interesting, but I don't know. I guess because I put stuff on it that I don't really get to like really taste it, if that makes sense. So I never really know like what the taste is. Unless I ate it plain, which most of the time I really don't. So we need to cut these into strips. Good thing I did this way. That way it's way easier. Okay. Cut that. Cut that. I think these are like strips. To be honest though, I'm just like, when I cook anything in the kitchen, I follow the recipe. But it's like I don't even know what I'm cooking. But even though I know what it is, I still experiment. I still kind of play around with the stuff. I don't know if you all do that, but I do. I just like, I'll follow the recipe. But then I'll just do my own thing. I'll do my own thing. But following the recipe actually does help, so you don't like mess anything up and or like saying, why does this taste this way? Because you didn't follow the recipe correctly. Plus, this gives me an excuse to eat food. All the stuffed peppers I'm used to are stuffed with meat-based filling that's used in another traditional Romanian recipe. Usually pork, but I prefer chicken because it's not as heavy. Oh yes, I agree. Maybe we'll have to try that one day. Stuffed bell peppers. Because honestly, I would replace all the meat and just do like beans or yeah, usually beans or like lentils. Like I've made green lentil sloppy joes before and was just like, it was pretty easy. So that could be fun. That could be really fun. Oh, there's ground meat, rice, chopped onions, spices, and people like to add other things too. But that's just like a base. Oh. Wait, that sounds exciting. That actually sounds really, really exciting. Huh. Onions, spices, rice, ground meat. Not too shabby. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna hurt myself. Oh, there we go. There we go. I am not the best at cutting limes, but I try. Yeah, that would be great. Thank you. Alrighty, there we go. The limes are cut into 4, like it said. I prefer lemons over limes, but they do have an acquired taste when it comes to, I don't know. It just has an acquired taste. Oh no, yeah. All good, yeah. Post it whenever you can, for sure. All good. Let's cut this. Let's cut this one on the side. I'm gonna get rid of the end bits. Personally, I just get rid of the end bits because I don't like them. Alrighty, hold on. Let me go over here for a split second. Your Wi-Fi is having trouble, so I have to switch to my mobile hotspot. Oh no! That's not fun. When the Wi-Fi is iffy, That ain't fun. We don't like spotty Wi-Fi. Spotty Wi-Fi scares me. Because one time that happened to me, and like, is this for real? Is this actually happening to me? Lately, the Wi-Fi, or like just lately, just in general, the internet has been like weird. I don't know why, but it has. But I figured it out. I made my do. I made my peace at least with everything. So yeah, it's been all good. It's been all good. I need to do something real quick. Let me do this. I need. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Um, I'll also include a vegan version when I do because we also have that. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, that should be good enough for my ear holes. And there isn't silence. I don't know why, but I could never work in silence. So I always play music whenever I'm like baking literally anything or cooking anything or like to a podcast. It's either one of the two. It helps me like get my flow together at least. At least for me it does. Okay. What is that? Oh, never mind. We're fine. Perfect. Okay, good. Now we have music because I need music. Okay, so we have to finally dice tomatoes. Oh my gosh. Okay. I try to be productive with my stream in the background. I'm just like, that's me. I'm like, I need something. I can't work in silence, or like I can't be productive. It's like, it's either music or I have a VOD of like someone's stream, or I have a podcast or something. I have to set up something, or I'm like, I'm gonna lose it. It helps. I put on a big VOD. Oh my gosh, it's always funny. She's hilarious. I hope she feels better because I know she had, I think, laryngitis or something. Music always makes, always in the background, always. That's why I always try to have like something on our stream in the background. Because even though I have like the game audio on, I can never play my game in silence. Because the thing is, either like when I'm streaming or not, I always have the game audio off. And I can only hear like the Sims like voices and random noises that they make throughout their day, but I can't hear any of the game audio. So I'm like, I'm just gonna play my own music instead. Because I kind of forgot that we keep getting new music in The Sims 4. And I'm like, when did we get this? Because I don't remember hearing this at all. It's like, ew, this is interesting. I can never get any work done with a stream in the background, to be honest. I keep getting distracted by chat. Oh, same. I tend to lurk a lot. If I'm working on something, I'll just like lurk the entire time and won't say an actual word and be like, oh, we're already ending. That's why I want to do like another co-working stream, because we haven't done one in a while. It's been I think a few months since our last one. And I would say that one was really fun because, one, I got a lot of work done, and two, I know that a lot of you all got a lot of work done too. So it kind of helped us both. For pop-up games. It's like, I don't know what it is, but those cooking games make me want to rage. Because they either help you or hurt you. And I'm like, what did I do wrong? I was just trying to make my pizza. I think the one cooking game that I probably would be too scared to play is Cooking Mama. Like the newer Cooking Mama games, because Cooking Mama would yell at you saying, stop chopping the tomatoes! You're undercooking! You're overcooking! I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm really just trying to be the best chef as possible. It's like, Cooking Mama's like the nicer version of Gordon Ramsay. The moment I open up chat, I'm doomed. I get too distracted. Me. But I also think for me, when I cook and stream at the same time, it's like I take a lot longer. because this recipe only takes 30 minutes to make, we're gonna be for like 10 hours. Because I like chatting with you all more than actually streaming, to be honest. I call myself a just chatting streamer with something in the background, whether it's music, a game, whatever it might be. Not it being windy and all the bouncy balls are flying everywhere. Something to get distracted that I don't realize the stream has ended until the raid has actually happened. Oh yeah, that has happened to me before, where I was just like watching a stream, like a regular stream that I usually just pop into, and then I'm like, who is this person? How did I end up here? I don't really understand what's happening. Because that has happened to me quite a few, and like, oh, interesting. Because I end up in like, I think 3 different raids at once because I was watching one of my friends and then they raided somebody and then that person raided somebody. And I'm like, I don't follow this person. Never seen this person. But somehow I have like 600 channel points and I was like, oh, okay. And then I just forget to follow or I just don't follow. It's one of the two. It's one of the two. Okay, so it says just cut them and separate them from the white parts. Yeah. I'm like, who are you? I'm like, I'm just here existing. It's like, yeah, I'm just here. Or like you leave the computer on and you're like, this is a stream that you've never watched before, but enjoy it anyway. I'm like, oh, okay. And it's like 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, this is weird. But it happens. It happens. Oh yeah. So if y'all want to get this recipe for yourself, if you click the link in the recipe message, you'll be able to get the first one for the Tex-Mex one. And then the other recipe is just like, you just go to the Quaker Oats website to get that one. But I'll definitely talk more about it throughout today's stream. Okay. You fell asleep a few years ago, and when I woke up, I was in some random person's stream, and I don't know how I didn't die in those 10 hours. Mood. Okay. I'm gonna cut these up. Not need these parts anymore. It seems a little bit whitish. There we go. Okay. Perfecto. Perfect. Okay. Wait, actually, no, we're not done. What did it say again? Scallops? Wait. Scallions? Oh, not a scallop. It's a scallion. I was like, what does that mean? I have everything. And then roughly chop the cilantro. Quarter the lime, drain and rinse the beans. Okay. So now we're gonna chop our cilantro. It's just counting down. I have 2 minutes worth of ads. Oh my. Oh, there we go. There we go. Throw this away. Wait, what is it? Oh no, it's thyme. Thyme is the one that has like a minty smell to it, not cilantro. Cilantro smells like nothing, but that's okay. I have all of my little ingredients all in their rightful spots. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all in here. It's all in here. Making sure. Oh, I need. Oh. There we go. Oh, you didn't miss anything. I wasn't doing anything. I was just trying to figure out where I was going to put everything. Because I'm about to drain these black beans and rinse them. So I was talking amongst myself and was like, I was thinking out loud. Hold on, there's a better thing. Okay, let me figure out something real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I just put them in the thingamabob. Oh, easy peasy. Cool. I'll just get one of these little random bowls. See, the best thing about being at the parental's home is that there's everything here. When you're living by yourself and you only have a certain amount of things, it's like, I got nothing. I got nothing. Alright, so we're gonna drain the beans and then rinse them later. But welcome to I Already Won. Hope you're doing well. Parents to the rescue. That's when you know it's like, yes, finally I have things I can use. It says squeeze here. Squeeze the four corners. Oh, tear. I was like, how do I open this? When you read the instructions, it becomes very easy. I've also decided that every cooking stream that I'm going to do from now on will just be here. That way I don't have to lug a computer from my apartment to here every month. So I might as well just use the one here that we already have and make it easier. So that's kind of a win. Plus my kitchen is small and their kitchen is way bigger and there's more space here. So. I don't know. Do you all like cooking a lot? Because I do. I love cooking. Also, I didn't even see who got a subscription. Thank you so much for getting a subscription if you got one. Thank you. If y'all don't know, we're being sponsored by HelloFresh today. And we have a lovely code. I have a lovely code that you all can use. If you do !point HelloFresh in the chat, you'll get the lovely link to the website where you can sign up. However, sadly, it is not a global code. It'll be mainly only for the US. So if you live in Canada or where else, I'm sorry. But if you want to follow along and you're from another country, you just want to try, you can still go to the website and get like the recipe, because with HelloFresh, they have a place on their website that allows you to see literally every single recipe that they ever have on their website, and you can still follow along. But you would still have to buy the things yourself if you don't have HelloFresh in your country. But actually, HelloFresh is everywhere, but my code is only for the US. But nonetheless, it's gonna be super fun. And plus, my code, you get like a very, very hefty discount using my code. But it's a really, really good deal though. You like cooking and baking sometimes, the cleanup is the dislike part. That's when I play music. The cleaning part, I hate it. As long as I have music on, I'm good. Because it goes faster. Plus you cook with your family, which is really nice. Yeah, I cook with my parents pretty much all the time. We're doing another cooking stream with my parents next month. Also, Coupon, hello, happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing well and so well. Even though the best part, you know, cooking and baking fun at times. Cleaning, no. Eating, yeah. But then also, I don't know. I don't know what you all do, but sometimes it's like I have to like cook and bake and get all the way and clean, and then I have to eat, because if I eat food, I will fall asleep and don't want to clean, like at all. Because I'm like, I will clean that tomorrow or like another day. You got yours and really good. I spend way more than $40 on groceries. Oh, same. I spend way more money on groceries than the average person, and I'm one person. So having HelloFresh, the fact that they give you everything you need, and more some, and it's like good portions, it's worth it. Honestly, literally worth it. Your kiddos awake for some reason, so I'm gonna turn your stream for spring family cooking. Nice. We're cooking 2 different things today. We're making vegan Tex-Mex black bean and pepper wraps right here, and then we're also making vegan blueberry muffins today. It's like a recipe inspo, to be honest. I live in Europe, so I can't get the description, but I'm good. Just looking through the options. Yes. And that's what I like. I love looking through options. Like, I can make this. I have this, I have that, and I have that. It's good. It's like when you already have the stuff in your own home, it's like, this is great. Okay, so I'm gonna rinse these, since I've already drained them. And then we can cut the cilantro next. So now that these are drained, I'm gonna put them over here. Also, Tabico, welcome in. And always Tanya, welcome in as well. It is good seeing you. Just using their kitchen. Yeah. I'm using my parents' kitchen today. And for the rest of my time here on Twitch. I don't think I've ever had any plans to ever using my own kitchen anymore for streams, because it's too small and I need more space. Because when I cook like a mad person. The code does give you a really good, nice discount. I had worked for a family that used HelloFresh, and I was absolutely surprised by the quality of meals. Right? It's insane. The quality of meals at HelloFresh is just amazing. So like they have like Calorie Smart. They also have like family friendly type foods for everyone. I'm using 2 servings instead of 4 servings because I'm one person and I don't eat that much food. But they have like a lot of options. And like if you don't want any meat in your food, they have that. They also have like vegan type stuff. They have like vegetarian type options. Like it has gotten a lot better over the years. So if you know anyone that might need HelloFresh or just in general, send them the link. Yes. Oh wait, now I know what cilantro smells like. It smells funny, but it has like a lemony, not lemony, but limey type minty smell. Messing up parents' kitchens? Yes. Those are goals. Use of parental's kitchen. Plus, this gives them a chance to eat food that I make. Even though they already eat all the stuff that I make anyway. So it's like a win-win. I get to cook on stream with you all, and they get to eat the food. A win-win scenario. I clean while I cook too. Only the way to go. Oh, only the way to go. Clean while you cook. Okay, so what we need to do next is, I should have done this before, but oh well. Anyway, so the next thing we need to do is heat a drizzle of oil in a small pot over a medium high heat. Add scalloped whites. To the lovely, cook thoroughly, consistently until firm and translucent. Oh, stir in the rice and half of the tomato paste. So how in tarnation? Oh, I was going to say, how do we do the little water thing? Add 1 cup of water, stock contrast, 1 teaspoon of Southwest spice blend, and a pinch of salt. Okay, that makes sense. So we're gonna get a little pot, which we have, which I'm gonna transition over to my stove, or parent stove. My mom's asleep, and my dad's downstairs working, so we have a little bit of a long while. Where's my Discord? Let me open up real quick, because I do want to give you all an idea of when it's going to be still available. I believe they said July the... Hold on. Because I had it written down and then... Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. It's July the 20th, the same day that the pack comes out. So July 20th is the last day you can use the code. Yeah. Horse Ranch to get some July 20th, where you can get yourself a lovely subscription to HelloFresh and also the Horse Ranch pack for the Sims 4. Oh, you get to relax while you cook. Yeah. It's also not too hot outside. Well, it's 81 degrees, but it's not hot in here at least. What a segue. Perfection. True. Every time I try to cut vegetables like tomatoes, I mess up and the seeds just spill out. Oh, same. I am the worst cutter of all time when it comes to vegetables. Like, this is like gigantic, so I have to cut it a little bit more, but still, I am worse at cutting anything. But the more chunky, the more tasty. Let's go with that. The more chunky, the more tasty. Yeah, that's a good word, right? More chunks, more good eat. Because then eventually you can use the other stuff for other things, right? It's supposed to feel like 100 outside. Ew! That's gross. 100 degrees? Ugh. I personally am not a big fan of, triple digits when it comes to weather. Because then I melt. I feel like I'm melting sometimes. Okay. So let me go and transition to this stove. That way, we have that. My knife skills are basically 0, and that's fine because it doesn't affect the taste of the food. True, because you can also use the blender if you want to do it anyway. You're enjoying cooking and baking for your son while visiting on vacation. Ooh, what have you been cooking and baking lately, Coupon? That sounds fun. It shrinks when you cook it. Yeah, that's true. It shrinks when you cook it. Okay, so I'm gonna put some water in the pot and then put the oil in there as well. And yeah. Let me move all this stuff over here. Oh gosh, it's so heavy. My weak little noodle arms can't handle this much pressure. Okay. Oh, hold on. I want to measure this. Yes. But where is everything? Okay. Everything's so far away. I know there's so many pans in here. I mean, honestly, that's fine. We were cooking breakfast this morning, earlier. What are you cooking? So I'm making 2 things today. I'm making, well, you can't see it. I'll just show you over there. Easier. I'm making that today. And then I'm making blueberry muffins. If you do exclamation point recipes in the chat, it'll give you like all the information you need about it. But yeah, vegan Tex-Mex black bean pepper wraps, and then vegan blueberry muffins. But seriously, we can never have enough. Honestly, true. The more, the merrier. Oh, you can open it this way. Okay, so while that's a-boiling and doing its thing, I need to drizzle some oil in there so it doesn't stick. Add 1 cup of water, stock contrast, which is, that's the paste. This is, oh, here. I need to add in this thing. 1 teaspoon of the Southwest spice. And a pinch of salt, which is back there. Okay, cool. Oh, and have a tomato paste that can over here, and then the rice. Yeah. I can barely cook in Stardew Valley. Me. Because I don't have any ingredients. I sell everything. You have to clean out a cabinet today, and the pots and pans need to be organized. That's what I need to do in my own apartment. My apartment is messy when it comes to the kitchen, and I need to organize it so badly, especially my pantry. So, it's getting there. You have to run, but I'll watch the VOD later. Yeah, enjoy this for your day. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Have fun. Okay. I'm so glad that I have my phone as it's like a third camera, so you can see the stove. Selling equals more money. True. Now, if only that translated to real life, where you sell all your food and you get more money out of it, like Stardew, that would be nice, right? I think so, personally. Okay. Oil. I'm gonna put. Let me get this paper because I will forget. I will forget. One cup of water. Or stir the rice. Oh my. I'm getting jumbled. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. I'll just use this for a little bit. While that does that, I need to put in half of the tomato paste, one little there we go. That's a little bit better. And then I don't know. Did I miss anything over here? Because I can't see chat at all. Wait, what in 4K? I'm confused. Streamer has legs and not clickbait. Oh my gosh. If only there were shipping pins in real life, yeah. Also, Danny, welcome in. It's good seeing you. Oh, I need scissors. Oh my gosh. One tablespoon or teaspoon of this. Dabbling here. On now, improvise. And then half of the tomato paste. that was too much work. But yes, so you can see that that's going, which is great. Oh, my paper. So while that does that, bring it to a boil and then cover it, reduce heat. 15 to 18 minutes, my goodness, okay. But also, Aiden, welcome in. Because I am going to be very forgetful. Okay. So I have a timer set for 16 minutes. Yeah. So that will be that for now. And then while the rice cooks, I have to cook the beans now, which it says heat a drizzle of oil in a large pan over medium heat. Add green peppers, cook and stirring until soften for 5 to 6 minutes. Season with salt and pepper. Add beans, Tex-Mex paste, remaining Southwest blend, 1/4 cup of water. Oh my gosh, it's so much. Okay. I'm now hungry, and I'm just cooking. Also, Schoolish, wait, I don't know how to say your name properly. But Skolesi, welcome in. Use a middle spoon in your pan. It'll scratch the pan over time. Yeah, I know. I just used what was at hand because I wasn't thinking straight. Couldn't figure out which one I wanted to use. But don't worry, I have plenty of things. I was overwhelmed, but I have like a wooden spoon, so don't worry. I have all these materials. It's all good. Oh, that's mayo. Oh, that's the other mayo. Okay, so 2 things of mayo, and then Tex-Mex paste. Oh, okay. So use this one, Southwest blend. I use one all the time. I use see, the thing is, I'm at my parents' house and they have so many utensils that I'm like, it's not my own, and I have not been here in 2 years to know everything. So I just use whatever. But the pan's already scratched because we've had that pot for so many years. It's not even funny. It's already scratched at the very bottom of the pan anyway. It's older than me. Okay, let me get a pan, which, oh, no, I don't use that one anymore. Let's use, oh my gosh, my legs. Can you see that? There you go. Dance together, big and cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's there. You're right, your dad's this weekend, and someone asked me where the utensils are, and I had to search the whole kitchen because I can't remember, even though I grew up there. Exactly. I've been here, I've lived in this house for, well, I've been in Illinois for almost 18 years, but I've lived in this house for 16 years of my life. And in those 2 years, I come by every once in a while, pretty much almost every other week or every other day. But they, they buy new things, move things around, and I'm like, what happened? What's going on? It's so funny because I mean, I love my parents. They're really great people. But as soon as you move out of your parents' house, it's we now must move everything. I no longer have a bedroom here. I use an air mattress now, which I have to say, when my dad bought the air mattress, it is the most comfortable thing in the world. It's so comfortable. So great. It's better than my own bed. And that's saying a lot. Okay, so we're gonna take the beans over to the stove, And then we're going to take the little pasty thingy and then have the Southwest ones over there. And we'll get the salt and we need the green peppers. I'll take that over there later. Actually, hold on. What we'll do, take my pan. I'll take my pan now, take this, and just easily just scrape it into the thing without trying to carry this whole board. I swear, I am what you call nonchalantly the most wildest cooker in the world. Because I'll just do things unconventional. Be like, I'm just gonna do this because it seems easy. So we'll do like that, and then we'll take this, take that, take this, get over there. Talk about a wild spring in the kitchen. A wild spring in the kitchen. You excited for my free meals from HelloFresh? Very good. But yeah, if you would like to get yourself a lovely subscription to HelloFresh, you can do !HelloFresh in the chat if you would like to. I'm glad I already had lunch. I only had breakfast, so I'm hungry. So I'm just gonna go speedy with this. Okay. So while that softens, I'm just gonna let that do its thing back there. You lived at your dad for 17 years, and I have not been out of the house for that long, and it's been 6 years or something that I'm there a lot. Actually, my brain just decided to forget everything about the kids. Apparently, me. Where's my? Oh. Take this. And you... Oops. I'll clean them later. Just like that. There we go. Okay. Well, let's use that for now. Okay, what do I need to do? I keep on forgetting the paper, and I need to look at it. Also, Cherry, hello. How are you doing today? It's good seeing you. Oh, 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, so we're fine. I need salt. So we can put it in the thing over here. I think the salt's over here. Oh, wait, no. The salt's over here. 1 second. You're gonna see nothing. Okay. There we go. That's a tinted soap. That's not hot. Okay, so that's there. And that's doing its thing. Okay. I'm gonna let that be. I will legit walk into a house and know exactly where to go, and the next day I'm standing in the kitchen yelling at my dad to show me where his stuff is. Like, my brain's just like, it's a mess in there. It's messy. My brain's like messy. And I'm like, where's the pots? Where are the pans? I can't find anything. The ads are either loud or whispering. There's no normal. I'm gonna contact Twitch saying, hey, let's have a meeting. Okay, so I need all that. I'm gonna be over here for a second. Wow! Look at that! The rice looks so good! Talk about, I'm what you call a chef brownie. Actually, hold on, we can get these both. Like, look at that! Oh, rice. It's basically cooked. Nice. There we go. Anyway, so that's the rice. Now I'm hungry. I'm hungry too. But it's looking very good though. The rice turned out really nice. It's almost done. And then we'll put the beans in the little pot thing. I can cook rice. And all we really need is water and rice. And that's it. My dad said that if you use like rice in, like you can make rice in the Instant Pot basically. But I think it's like 1 cup of water. Or like, yeah, because that's like a small thing, so it doesn't require that much water. But like, it's like 1 cup of rice equals 2 cups of water. It's like 1 and 2, and then like 2 and 4. It's so interesting, like the mixing of it all. But also Bagel and Berries, hello. We're making some good food today. We're being sponsored by HelloFresh today, and we have 2 things that we're making. This is what we're making right now at the moment. It's the vegan Tex-Mex black bean and pepper wraps. This is what we're making right now. And then we're gonna make blueberry muffins. Also, welcome back, True. I accidentally wrote that in my work chat. People were like, "You left?" That has happened to some of my friends before, where they have sent like Twitter messages in an email one time, or like they're either like Slack or Discord. Oh my, that would scare me. I'd be too nervous. Like, haha, you got my joke. That's what I meant to say. I'd be too nervous. Like, no. I'm chaos in the kitchen. My boyfriend hates cooking with me because I just go by heart on everything, and I'll just throw everything together hoping it tastes good, and he's absolute opposite. I'm a little bit of both. I'll like go crazy in the kitchen, and then I'll like be very precise and clean and, you know, structured. There's no in between. I'm just like doing both. Also, hello, Ranky, welcome in from YouTube. I'm happy to see you here as well. I'm happy to see you here as well. We're currently cooking in the kitchen right now, and we're cooking up a storm, making some Tex-Mex bean and rice wraps that are vegan, and then we're making blueberry muffins. So basically, oh, you can't see it. Well, you kind of can, but you kind of can't. We don't need to see the things over there anymore. But basically, what we're gonna make next is this recipe on the back of this. It's Quaker 100% oat flour blueberry muffins. And I'm gonna replace the eggs with chia seeds to make it vegan. It's easier. And I don't want to use up eggs anyway. But I also have never used oat flour before until like a couple of days ago. If you watched my previous vlog, I made vegan tofu nuggets with oat flour, and it turned out really well, surprisingly enough. So I might continue to buy oat flour eventually in the future. Okay, let's start this up. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, okay. Well, it looks pretty much soft then. That looks tight good. Okay, so now that that's there, I need to add the beans. Southwest blend, 1/4 cup of water. Okay, so water, Tex-Mex, paste, beans, blend. Okay. I'm taking this with me because I will forget. I swear, I'm the most forgetful person in the kitchen of the world. Crazy. I'm going to put this over here because I don't need it right now. Here, put that there. Talk about messing the, I don't know what that is. Can't tell. Maybe the other one. Salt water and one. clean more dishes? Yes. Do I care? Yes and no. I'll clean it later. Not right now. Okay, so it's scissors. It's this. That's there. The beans. I want to go speedy with everything. Look at what's going to drive and mess up with everything. Okay. This is in here now. That's good. Can you still see that? Yeah, you can see it. Okay. That's there. And then, what is this? Oh my god. Oh. The rest of the remaining of this right here, so I'm gonna put the beans in though. Okay. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. I didn't drop anything. What is this? So now I can go and clean it back up and then turn it off. Anyway. Anyway. So what? Exactly. Exactly. You tried HelloFresh a few times before with this boyfriend, and it was a lot of fun. This was a sweet potato one pot thingy that was delicious. And I think I'm gonna make that this week or next weekend. Ooh, wait, that sounds like a lot of fun. I love sweet potatoes more than anything, and I will make it like crazy. I've done like a lot of sweet potato type things, like pie. I've also made sweet potato fries, sweet potato chips one time that were just very soft. It was honestly, potatoes are fun. I usually go wild only if I only had, if I already tried the recipe step by step and saw how it tastes, and I basically free to experiment. Oh, same. Be chunky, but that's okay. Should I cut these up a little bit more? Yeah. But that's okay. Do you know if your discount works internationally? Sadly, so my code is only working for the US. For my discount code, sadly. I wish I had a global code, but they only gave me a US one. Hopefully next time. But luckily with HelloFresh, you're able to look at the recipe if you wanted to get yourself the recipe yourself that way. Yeah. But yeah, no problem. Hopefully next time. Because you know what's funny? I've been asking, like, saying, hey, HelloFresh, can I have a global code? Can I have a global code? Can I have a global code? I've been asking like crazy. Every time they would come by, I'm like, global code, please? And they say no. I'm like, oh, okay. Next time. I'm not vegan nor vegetarian yet. I love to learn recipes and add into my daily life for sure. Oh, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I am not vegan or vegetarian, but I love experimenting and trying new things. Okay, that looks really good. It looks very funky, but it looks good. It was Lucia and I made it for my grandma too, and she loved it. Oh, nice. I would love to know, what is everyone's favorite food that they like to either eat or make? Because I know there's a lot of good foods out there, and I would love to know what you like to eat. Okay. There we go. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. What is this? I don't know what that is. Oh. No way. It is hot. Or it's getting hot in this kitchen. Let me just tell you. Okay, cool. Anything that contains rice, to be honest, especially Tyla and katsudon. I don't know what that is, but that sounds interesting. Rice omelet. I've never had a rice omelet before, but it sounds good. And so what? Combining chicken. That is a lot. Okay. The smelly bowl. Well, that does that, but I can take this out for now. We can now start making the sauce in the pinko. Is this a rice stand meeting? I love it here. I love rice. Rice is really good. I've been using more brown rice than white rice. I love jasmine rice too. Jasmine, white rice, brown rice. I love all the rices. I love jambalaya. I have not had gumbo in a long time. So I guess recipes is rice. Rice everywhere. I'm obsessed with the cold rice noodles with cucumber and chili. Ooh. That sounds really good. Your kiddos love what I've been calling plant mac and broccoli and chicken. That sounds really interesting, and I love broccoli and chicken. I do really, I do a really nice falafel salad with dill, garlic, and yogurt dressing whenever I feel like I need more veggies. That sounds really good. Yeah, dill, garlic, and yogurt dressing. Huh. Oh, it's a Spanish dish. And that one's Japanese. Ah, okay. Okay. Now I'm hungry. I'm starving. Okay, let me get some small bowls so we can make our sauce and pinko. Luckily, what's shown literally on the image on the thingamabob over here, literally what's shown on here is what I have right here. These are literally the same bowls. I love it. My parents really have everything in this kitchen. It makes it so much more simple. Okay, so in one small bowl, we need to use or combine the vegan mayo, cilantro, pinch of salt and pepper, add water, 1 tablespoon at a time until mixture reaches a drizzly consistency. Okay, vegan mayo, which I honestly did not know vegan mayo actually ever existed. Sorry, Haya, welcome in. How are you doing today? We're making 2 things today. We're wrapping up our vegan Tex-Mex black bean and pepper wraps right now. We're making the sauce and the pinko, and then we're gonna wrap it all together And then my parents can have lunch while I make the muffins. So that's gonna be fun. They'll have that, and I will have other things. I had to stop watching make food. I couldn't wait any longer. Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. I know these streams make me hungry, and I know you all hungry. Imagine if we ever had like a live, like a oh, it's perfect now. It's perfect. Anyway, we're fine. I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, what if we ever had like our own live action type of cooking with spring session? It'd be funny. I want to make a cookbook one day with all the things that we tend to make on stream and like the stuff that I just make off stream. Your boyfriend made some vegan pasta for you. Ooh, that's so nice. That is really nice. Ooh, vegan pasta. Ooh, yeah, that's true. That is true. Maybe you can find someone who has a Switzerland code. That's true. Because I know there's other streamers on this platform who are also being like sponsored by HelloFresh from other countries. So that you might find someone true. If you're making lunch, I guess it's like 1 p.m. Well, it's currently 11:30 in the morning right now, which feels weird. We've been live for about an hour and a half, which is also wild. But it's almost noon. I usually end my stream around like 1 p.m. Central. So we're getting very close to that time. Okay, so we have that was messy. We have that in here. So we need to add in the cilantro in here. Into this thing. We're just gonna like stir it up. And then we're gonna add in our pinch of salt and pepper and then water afterwards. So let me get some tap. Just gonna put some water in here and then our salt. Oh, we do. Instead. Okay. Love the sew. Hello. It is nice seeing you as well. Oops. Welcome in. We're currently cooking up a storm in the kitchen. We're making vegan Tex-Mex black bean and pepper wraps right now at the moment. I'm literally using every single utensil in this kitchen. Oh, it's 6 in the afternoon. Oh my. Wow. It is definitely pretty late for you then. Because usually I stream in the mornings on Wednesdays at this time on Twitch. And like the rest of my streams are always like at nighttime. So it's like usually what's it called? Midnight for you on my regular streams. Oh, diced chicken thighs, garlic, onions. I'm gonna screenshot that real quick. Because that sounds really good. Come on, Mouse, don't be shy. Here we go. Ah, thank you, True. That sounds so cool. Huh. Wow. She can't have dairy or eggs, but she loves veggies. Ah, that's good. I can't have any dairy either, so that sounds like a really good thing to eat. 108? Ooh, that sounds awful. 108 degrees, that's not good at all. Well, stay stay cool as much as possible. Stay cool. 7 p.m. for you, 6 p.m. here, so dinner time. And 11 for you. Oh, it's 11 for me as well. 11:33. It's not too bad around here. It's 83, but my computer literally says 83 degrees Fahrenheit, and next to it, it says smoke. It's also gonna rain soon as well. I don't know what that means, but okay. Smoky. I mean, it was windy, and it was a little bit hazy, but smoke. Oklahoma, right, is right above Texas, so what is this? Oof. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I don't think I could ever live in Texas or Oklahoma because the weather. Because I know it's near Texas, I'm like, couldn't do it. 89. Oof. I'd rather it be like 70. No. Like 70 degrees, maybe 60. I'll take that weather over like anything in the 80s and 90s. But I think the high is supposed to be like 93, I'm pretty sure, from what they said on the news. Okay, so now that we have that drizzly consistency, basically what we... Hold on, let me put some more water in here actually, now that I think about it. Not drizzling. Okay. And then we're going to have to separate bowl, tomatoes, scallop greens, squeeze lime juice, and salt and pepper. There is just so much salt and pepper today. Today was one of the colder days, 23 degrees Celsius. Here before it was 31. Oof, that is definitely cold. Same time zone, same weather. Can we just move to the moon? Is it a possibility to move to the moon? Because I would love that. Who's up for it? Who's ready to go to the moon? Where there's basically no weather. Because I'll go. I mean, if Xenon Z3 did it, why can't we? You know? Cries and Texan is only 92 and the high's 100. Oof. But I feel like Texas 92 and 100 is like 3,000 degrees. Because you don't usually get a lot of rain, right? Or am I wrong? I think it's around 100. Oof. See, what is going on with this weather? I don't understand. Make it go away. Make it winter. Well, you know what? I don't know. I can't. No, there's no way. I was like, make it colder. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe I'd rather just. I don't know. My preferred temperature is like 70, where like it's a nice breeze, where it's like not too hot and not too cold, but like just right. Like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. That's too hot. That's too cold. That's just right. You know, like that little book we all read in grade school. Which I still don't know why in the world she ever went into that house. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Trip to the moon seems nice for sure. Oh, it does. I had a dream one time that I went to the moon. And I'm like, wow, this is actually kind of cool. Like I was in a spaceship and everyone was there and we all were just like riding along in space. But it was like one of those like selected programs where you have to be hand selected to get into the ship. It's like WALL-E. It's like a WALL-E moment. Oh yeah, that does make sense. Hurricane season. So the rain makes it hotter, yeah. 89, and there's a heat advisory. There was one yesterday. A heat advisory. So it wasn't like too bad, but however, I did not step foot outside of my apartment at all yesterday. Besides going to my parents' house to get my hard drive, but that was in the morning. And it was like 70. You want cold weather, I just don't want like the warm weather here. It's same. Okay. So now we have this. Okay. I'm just gonna do that. Squeeze some lime juice in here. And then we can start making our are muffins. Next. I'm someone who loves the snow and below freezing temperatures. Oh my. We are the opposite. I don't like the snow because I get too cold. And below freezing is too much. As long as I'm like inside, I'm okay because then I can turn on the heat and drink tea and wear sweaters all day. As long as I don't go outside, I'm fine. Okay. Let's stir this up, basically. Just like let it just kind of all mixed in together. I had a dream. I was eating and someone came and stole my plate of food. That sounds like a nightmare. That's rude. How dare they steal your food? Just like walk away and like, this is my food. It's like, no it's not. You're lying. Give me my food back. Like imagine if like the world was like WALL-E, where we all lived on a spaceship. I wouldn't mind that, honestly. Live in the space. See what it's like. Because I told myself I want to be an astronaut. And then I looked at how much school that required. And I said, never mind. I'm good. I'm okay. I'll just like look from afar and say that I'm an astronaut. So I play it in The Sims instead. Everything I've always wanted to be in real life, I was like, school? No. So I'll just do it in The Sims instead because it's easier and I don't have to pay money for it. Cheaper. You both something about medical school, so I'm not that kind of doctor. Yeah. It's like I'll just watch Grey's Anatomy instead. Like in a way, I knew I had AFib, which is like, if you don't know what AFib is, basically AFib is like you have an irregular heartbeat. And like I knew I had one. It's gonna eventually happen anyway. But also I have asthma, so it all like makes sense why I have what I have. But it's very interesting. I learned that not from Grey's, but Chicago Med, because they had one patient that was AFib. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have that too. Because I looked it up. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a person. Oh man. Okay, so now that we have all that done, I think honestly, I'll leave this to the side so my parents can eat the stuff themselves, however they want. But I'm going to fluff the rice to make sure it's all good. Oh, it's the best. The rice is the best thing ever. I'm literally just yelling at this point. Okay. So literally, I mean, the beans look great. I have to say, they are done. The beans are done. As much as possible. And then the rice is also completely done as well. Throw these away. See? The rice is basically done. Yay! So everything is basically done. I'm gonna let them wrap it however they want to. But I'm gonna clean the station so I can prepare for the muffiny thingies. Food! D, hello! How are you doing today, friend? It's good seeing you. I don't know why I use this tomato paste for. I think I was supposed to get it in something. Use half of the tomato paste. Oh, all for 4 servings. Oh, that one's anyway. Okay. Anyway. Put all these to the side. They can do what they want to do with it. Okay, let me clean this area. But welcome, Indy. How are you? Oh, you got your fall classes all set up today. Oh, good. I've been considering of going back to school, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Two online classes and the other two are in person. But I only go to campus for 2 days. Oh, that's not bad. That's actually kind of good. Two online, two in person, for 2 days. That's not bad. That's good. Also, Abandoned in Space. We were just talking about space. How are you? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. But I'm doing really good today, D. We are currently cooking up a storm. We're being sponsored by HelloFresh today, and they shipped me some lovely meals to make on stream. And we just wrapped up finishing our vegan Tex-Mex and bean pepper wraps just now. So that's what we just made. Looks nice. I'm certain it will taste even better. Oh, 100%. So an ad's about to play. So I'm just gonna clean. So if you get an ad, just know I'm not doing anything. The ads might be loud. I can't control them. I wish you could. But I will see you all on like 3 minutes on the flip side. And we'll get started with our next meal for the day. But if you want to know what we're making, you can do !point recipes in the chat to get the link to the HelloFresh menu, and then to know what the other one we're making, which is vegan blueberry muffins. Yeah. Okay, let me go ahead and clean this real quick. Oh, where? Oh. Not the jump scare. Ads are scary. Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, this one time I got an ad on Twitch and it was so funny because I was like, I knew that was gonna come. And then I wasn't paying attention because I had my headphones on. I'm like, what was that? It was so freaky. I was like, I'm scared. Help. I got nervous about what was gonna happen because it was a movie trailer. Speaking of movie trailers, oh my gosh, wait. Movie. Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember. What was it? No. There's a new movie coming out, but is it Indiana Jones? Maybe that's what I got a couple days ago. An Indiana Jones ad. Which I wasn't mad. I was like, Indiana Jones. Haven't seen, you know, I should really, honestly, the one thing I need to do is go back and rewatch all the Indiana Jones movies. Because a part of me feels like they're all connected and you gotta watch all the movies to understand. But at the same time, like, I don't think you do. I also need to watch Top Gun Maverick and then something else. What was it? It was another show. It was a reality show Hobie told me to watch. And then some other show. I can't remember. Oh, Love Island. That's what it was. That's what it was. Love Island. Oh, they're connected but different plots. Then I might watch them all. I might, you know, because they're all on Disney Plus. So I might watch them all while the new movie comes out. Oh yeah, I was thinking out loud. If you got an ad, I was just thinking out loud of like what movie was supposed to come out soon, and I can't remember what it was called, and it was Indiana Jones, and like, and then Tabico said that they're connected but with different plots, which makes sense. But I love Indiana Jones though. Indiana Jones is pretty cool. I don't know how many, like, Harrison Ford he's done all of them. And I'm like, sir, are you not tired? Because I would be tired. I couldn't do it. Um, oh no, because they were playing. But it was because because most of the time I get German ads and I'm watching English streams, so most of the time I'm thinking in English and it's kind of confusing my brain. Yeah. So tomorrow we're gonna be playing Among Us with the Simmers. I will win one round. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna win one round. But that will be tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central with everyone. I think it's about 15 of us, I'm pretty sure. Um, but I'll give you like a confirmed list and everything of like what's gonna be happening. But I'm sure the other streamers have talked about it. I know Shella's gonna be there, Cindy's gonna be there, Dan's gonna be there, Maggie, I think Miv, Kennedy, Kayla. I think Tyler Oakley's gonna be there. Zephyrin. I can't think, but I know there's like a few people that I know, which I know all of them. But like I don't remember. Yeah, he's a really good actor. See, the thing is, I don't know. To me, he's more like a movie star actor than a TV actor. To me, because he played in that new show. I think it was like 1883 or something, and I watched it, but it wasn't really like good. I don't know why. You will not rue the day. Exactly. Okay, our space is clean now. All the food is basically done. Or the lunch is done. Let me put this stuff away real quick. Okay. Okay. What? My camera's working. I don't know why I have like a red light on it. So it's gonna be chaos and betrayal. Well, chaos and betrayal. We're all gonna like just scream at each other for the next 3 hours tomorrow. It's gonna be funny. Alright. So next up on the list today, friends, is oat flour. No, I'm not joking. But oat flour, blueberry muffins. So we'll need a lot of things. And let me get that real quick. So we put all the stuff to the side. My goodness. I'm a crazy cooker. Okay, so oat flour, baking powder, and I just saw it too. Where did I see it? Salt is right here. Oh, okay. Baking powder, salt. Okay. So it's muffin time. So you'll need, if you want to make this with me, at any point, all you need is oat flour, which is, well, I use the Quaker oat flour, but you can use any oat flour, baking powder, salt, vegetable oil, maple syrup, we also need vanilla extract, milk, and fresh blueberries. And that's it. Also, Alex, welcome in. It is good seeing you today. Happy Wednesday. Yes, happy Wednesday to you. It is good seeing you. We're currently making vegan blueberry muffins, and it's gonna go very well. I firmly believe. I need blueberries. We've got everything we need. We got the blueberries. We've got the milk. I'm gonna use almond milk, so I'm not eating this food. I'm not eating these muffins. I'm literally making all this food for my parents and not for me, so they'll enjoy it mostly. I also need to get chia seeds as well. Okay. Now, what did I miss? Oh, you love my cooking streams? I enjoy cooking streams a lot. They're very fun to do, and it makes me very hungry. But yeah. But my Wednesday's going good so far. I slept over at my parents' house on an air mattress, and it was quite therapeutic. A lot softer than my own bed. So pretty good. Not too bad. It's raining in your valley, and I'm like, where's my rain in your valley? My mom is sleeping, and my dad's working downstairs, so it's just me cooking for now. But she's doing great though. What's on the other side of the fridge? More magnets and our can opener. That's literally it. Let me close this. Yeah, literally. There we go. It's all that says literally more magnets and more important papers for like medical stuff, and our can opener. We just have a lot of things. Lots of things. Let me put this all over here for now. Okay, so, I was like, what do I do? Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Spray muffin pan with cooking spray or a line of 6 paper liners, which I don't have. Yeah, it's honestly been a very nice morning. I woke up, I ate some breakfast. I had some eggs this morning, and then I also had, I worked on a few things on my computer, which is this computer right here. And then I lugged it all the way downstairs to get all this set up. And I was also finishing my, I don't know why I just said. I was just finishing my day in a life vlog as well. So I've been vlogging for the past 2 days, or the past day, and I just wrapped up my vlog. So, yeah. That is that. I was vlogging this past week, and I just uploaded a new vlog yesterday, and it's gone pretty well. But yeah, my mom has been very tired. She's been doing a lot of stuff. What am I? Oh, I need a bowl. Oh my back, my knees. Okay. My knees. They ate. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Okay. That's fine. Anyway, other than that, not me complaining, but how has your morning and life has been? What all have you been doing lately? These past couple of days? Hopefully it has been nice and it's been treating me very, very well. Let's see. Hold on 1 second, friends. Let me do something real quick. Okay. Do that. And then do this. Cool. Now that's sent and all it's said and done. I also need to check this thing over here. Make sure my stream element is working properly. I think it is. I'm pretty sure. There we go. You drove to your boyfriend to work instead of the cafe from 8 to 3:30 to work on my bachelor's thesis. And now I'm exhausted and my eyelids are so heavy. But if I sleep now, I'll be awake way too early tomorrow. Oh. Oof. That's a long time though. At least, hopefully you got your thesis done at least. but that's a long time sitting. I don't think I could sit that long. I think I'll be overwhelmed. But ooh wee. I say maybe take a little nap. A little nap and see what you could do with that. That could probably help. Maybe. Um Queen D, hello. How are you doing today, friend? It is good seeing you. We're about to do our blueberry muffins today. Oh, your white cutting board is dark from where you cut up your food. I don't like that. I want it to stay white even after I cut my carrots. Same. What, like, usually, okay, this is not white at all. Well, it is, but the middle part isn't because of from all the cutting of everything that we've been doing. And like I don't actually, you know what? I don't even know how long my parents have had this thing, but I know we had it for a long time. I know they use like a lot of bleach and other cleaning products that they have around here that I just don't even know what they are. But my parents have been keeping it very clean lately, but mostly it's like bleach that I know of. Also, Savvy, welcome in. How are you doing today? It's good seeing you. We are about to start working on our lovely muffins of the day. Let me get all my utensils that I always forget. There we go. I got so many utensils. I'm glad I made in time for muffins. Yeah. Okay, so we need 1.5 cups of Quaker oat flour. Okay, so I'll just do this one. I'll just do 3. Hold on. I'm also in my parents' kitchen, so they have so many more things than I do. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry they're having some anxiety. Is it from the job stuff that you were doing yesterday? If it is, I hope this stream can make you feel better. But I can't complain. I'm having a good time. Just kind of trying to cook at the same time and think, but not too bad at least. I successfully made some stuff. It was pretty good. Oh, something else? Okay. Dad knows though. Well, as long as you have someone you can talk to, like Dad, that's good. Dad is cool. Anyway. But hey, at least you are here to hang out with us today. And you can relax. Okay. So 3 scoops of that, which is 1.5 cup. And then we need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. There we go. You know, sometimes what's so funny, I tend to forget that I'm grabbing the wrong utensil. I'm like, this is a tablespoon. Buy me a teaspoon. I did that one time by doing that with baking soda. I grabbed the tablespoon spoon instead of the teaspoon. So that was my mistake one time. And it turned out just fine. Just fine. But never make any mistakes or it will just turn out funky. But yeah, it's been a pretty good day. We haven't done too much. Oh, I need to turn on the oven. Hold on. I'm forgetful. Okay. Also, my parents have a Samsung. Samsung? Yeah. Samsung. That doesn't sound right. Samsung? Samsung. Either way, they have an oven from Samsung. I haven't said that word in 84 years. I'm like, is that right? I don't know why. Samsung. It sounds so weird, you know? And I'm like, I have a Samsung phone, but I don't say I have a Samsung phone. I just have an Android phone. but the brand is Samsung. And I'm like I know what it is, but it don't sound right. It's weird, definitely. I Samsung, I don't know. Words are weird. You do this a bunch of times. Now I make sure I read the label on the spoon each time. Same. However, certain spoons have faded where I can't read what it is anymore. Luckily, my parents have like 4 different kinds of like these type of utensils everywhere, so I can like use literally anything. But some of them are like faded. Samsung. Interesting. And that's a different way of saying it. Oh, that is in front of the camera. No, thank you. It's like I say like pecan or pecan. I say both. Pecan, or like the other words that people say backwards or differently. Pecan, caramel. You know, all the things. Oh, look, where's the rest of my cups? I need 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 1/3 cup maple syrup. Oh my gosh, maple syrup. I don't use syrup that much anymore. Let's do 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Oh, this is something so foreign to me because they don't usually measure with those spoons here. We use a scale and just use regular spoons and eat with. So the first time I saw someone use those spoons in a movie, it was so confusing. I think also because like to measure the ingredients, it's to make sure that the ingredients don't like overflow, like especially with baking soda and yeast. At least what I've seen. I wish I could say it over her voice. I wonder what Google says. Like how Google pronounces Samsung. Because Google always says something different. I'm like, what is that? Oh my gosh, wait, hold up. Okay, I was right. 1/4 cup vegetable oil. I was like, did I? Oh, that's what Google says? Oh, wow. Interesting. I'll have to listen to that then, with what Google says and how they pronounce it, because the way they pronounce it is very interesting to me. Okay. 1/3 cup maple syrup. I'm using light maple syrup, by the way. I used to be that kid who would drizzle syrup on or not everything, but would put syrup on literally on my waffles and pancakes and just drown them. And then I would feel sick later. And then I would ask myself, why do I feel sick? Because I put syrup all over everything, like it was a piece of candy. I'm gonna send you a voice memo on Discord. Okay, good, thank you. Thank you, Savvy. I am so glad Discord has now added in like those voice memo things. It makes it so much easier. Because I remember when they had made that update, and then I went on Twitter, and then someone had sent their friend like an hour or like an hour-long voice memo or something like that, or like multiple ones. Or it's like one of those like TikToks that you see. If there's something with baking soda, I usually just see like take a half of a packet or something like that. That's what I usually do. 2 tablespoons. Half. Okay, 1. So I'm gonna do 2 scoops of this or 2 droplets of that. Yeah, some people just send an hour-long voice memo and like why? That's unnecessary. Are you making a novel or something? Because some people do that. Or like they're trying to get their point across of like an argument, and I'm like, this is not what you need to do. But okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's very weird. I'm like, why an hour long? Make it like 2 minutes, and then we'll be fine. At this point, write a novel. Oh snap! I should have been reading this whole thing. Wait, beat eggs, oil, maybe. Oh, never mind. Wait, where is my? Oh, I need. No, that's too loud. Not do it this way. Ooh, I don't like bending my knees. That hurts me. At this point, I'll just float. I will just float. I'm gonna wash this real quick. Okay. Chia. Chia. Chia seeds. Hey, look. Anyway, I did not make a mess. I am fine. I am okay. And that's what I'm used to. That's why I always don't use American recipes, because I have to convert the measurements. I feel like American recipes are confusing. At least to me they are. And I'm American. Why is America so complicated with the measurements? Or just in anything. It scares me. Sometimes I look at recipes online, I'm like, this sounds complicated. And I'm like, I don't understand. At least to me. At least to me. Okay. Now that that's preheated, I'm gonna add some water to this and let's stir it together. Oh, I have water right here. Perfect. When you already got some water at hand, let's get a little before and stir it together. So I'm gonna put this to the side. There we go. I would be using eggs, which would make it so much easier. But no, I'd rather be difficult. I'd rather be difficult and do it this way. Hello, Egg Tart. Welcome in. We're currently making some lovely food today. We just made vegan Tex-Mex and black bean pepper wraps, and now we're making blueberry muffins, or I guess technically vegan blueberry muffins at the moment. So we're doing pretty good. Cannot complain. Fold blueberries in the batter until they are evenly incorporated with the batter. Sit for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Let me get my little whisk. My whisk. That's a small one. I need a big one. I feel like I only had a whisk. Where's the... Is it in here? No. There's too much space. This concerns me. Look at the kitchen. Unless I'm the one who has the wish. I'm pretty sure that's what you do. I will just use a gigantic fork. So that's just way easier. look like fork? Anyway, I don't even know what I missed. I'm just speaking out loud. But yeah, we're just cooking up a little, little dessert, some brekkie, lunch, dinner. I don't know. Also, Bahans, welcome in. It's good seeing you today. Welcome in. We are cooking some, or I guess now baking, blueberry muffins at the moment. This is going pretty good. But bacon. We just made our wraps earlier, so that went successfully well, I would say. It was pretty good. I need to add in the milk. Wait, when do I add in the milk? 1/4 cup of milk. 1/4 cup of milk. Okay. There we go. But it's nice seeing you too as well. It's been a very good morning so far. Very relaxing. Nothing too overwhelming. But it's been very, very nice around here. Not too hot, not too cold, but just right, I would say. Just right. There we go. No, so those wraps are made for my parents. I'm basically making them food. I'm gonna let them try it, but since my parents are not, well, they're here. My mom's sleeping, my dad's working, but I'll let you know what they think of said wraps. But it was pretty easy to make. It wasn't too difficult, I would say. Pretty good. Yeah. My parents are gonna love it. They were actually very excited because it was a HelloFresh meal. And since we're being sponsored by HelloFresh, I was like, you all get to choose. Which one do you want me to make on stream? And they said, the wraps. I'm like, okay. I'll make the wraps. Okay, I was like, what did I do? Yeah. Yeah, I honestly make for everyone. I make for myself, make for my parents. Because I'm just one person, but if I have more servings than the average human, I'm like, do you want some food that I made earlier? And they say, sure. So, I thought I'd give them some food. Plus, we're making more food later today anyway for dinner. Because it's technically our lunch. Dinner, I forget what they're making for dinner. But they're making something relatively interesting. Here we go, that's better. Why do I feel like I'm always so far away? I'm not. I think also the camera's just that good. The camera quality is funny. It's like everything's out of focus, but I'm in focus. That's funny. So weird. Cameras, technology, crazy. Okay, so now that I have that already said and done, everything's all in the thing. I just gotta mix in the chia seeds, which is like the egg substitute, and then put in the blueberries and fold it all together until it's all blended. More food, more company. Exactly. Like, I cook so much. I need to go buy groceries anyway at some point. One of these days. I personally have not done a proper grocery shopping day in like a month, because most of the time it's like, oh, weird. Most of the time it's like food that I have here that I just take, that my parents just cook so much that I'm like, I'll take some so I don't have to go buy food. And then when I do go grocery shopping, it's like bare minimum. Cameras always troll us. You're not alone. It's weird. Cameras are weird, but I love it. I have a Canon EOS Rebel SL2 camera, and then my webcam is Logitech. It's a Logitech Brio. This thing right here, but that right there is a Canon camera. And then back there by the stove is my phone that I use as a third camera. I could have a fourth one if I wanted to. I could use my iPad, but I decided against that. Do I smell shop with me videos in the vlogs? Mine, possibly so. Could be. There could be some shop with me videos. That's a possibility. Yes. I will be doing a clean with me video this week. I'm gonna record it this week and hopefully get edited by soon. But yeah, I have a lot of videos I'm gonna be posting in the next couple of days. Also, Dad on Lorelai, thank you for the 100 bits, by the way. I really, really appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you. 40 goats run loose in Texas neighborhood was from weather.com on hollering. Oh my gosh. 40 goats run loose in Texas neighborhood. That's funny. That's really funny. It's like the most randomest stuff you see on the news. Like, what is this? What happened? What happened? That reminds me of the Florida man. Okay. Then how many does this make? So this makes about I cannot remember how much this. Oh, it makes 6 muffins, so it's literally not that much. That's fine. We don't need that many anyway. Hidden Valley Ranch. Oh my gosh, Hidden Valley Ranch. I haven't tried Hidden Valley Ranch in forever. Okay. So while that's just doing its thing. Oh, the other one was Green Giant. You know, I was trying to think of another like brand of vegetables and like thinking there's another one like Hidden Valley Ranch. It's the Green Giant one. With that giant green man who looks like broccoli. It's kind of funny. They haven't made those commercials in a long time. They should bring those back. Those are funny. Oh, you photographed with the Sony Alpha 7i, and I love that thing. Wait, I love that thing to bits. It's much fun, and if I could, I would take it with me everywhere. Honestly, I wish I could take this camera with me everywhere, but I don't. Because it's too big and bulky, and I don't want to get it ruined. And it's my only camera that I use to stream with. So like I don't really have like another camera because I don't like using webcams as much, but if I have to, I'll have to. But most of the time I just use my DSLR for my stream. I mean, I also have this one. I have the Canon G7X Mark II as well. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna fold in these blueberries. I need half a cup of blueberries. Half a cup of blueberries. Here it is. So I'm like, where's the half cup? I'm also gonna wash these blueberries too. Which I don't know if they washed them or not, but I'm gonna wash them again. Okay. There we go. That's a little bit better. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, where is that? Here it is. I could just like scrape it with my hand if I wanted to. Honestly, my hands are clean. You know, it's just too big and bulky for me to take with you all the time. But I love to photograph with your friends, and they're all pretty, and they have the wildest photo ideas. Honestly, the most wildest photo ideas are like one of the best ones, I feel. Also, Misha, welcome in. How are you doing today? It's good seeing you. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully all is well. We're making blueberry muffins right now. Oh gosh, the wind is crazy today. Oh, the air is so bad today. It's actually hard to breathe. Oh no. The wind or the air basically hasn't been too bad over here, but this weather is just making it looking a little bit too hard to actually go outside. But indoors is better. Indoors is better. Um, Also, encouraging for a pronoun check. Pronoun check, everyone. My pronouns are he, him, if you all didn't know. Feel free to share your pronouns in the chat if you would like to. Americana muffins this weekend? Oh, interesting. I was like, whoa, the caps. I was scared. That's cool. Okay. Just drop them in there. I just realized now that I have to add alien and that I have the aliens of family tree. May the alien bring you joy, happiness, and chaos all at the same time. Because then aliens be crazy. There are blueberry and raspberry muffins filled with cream cheese. Oh, that sounds really good. Not a big fan of cream cheese, but like raspberries and blueberries, that sounds good. It's like a really good time. I don't know how these blueberry muffins are going to turn out, but they're going to turn out interesting. I've never used oat flour to bake besides like cooking with it one time to make those nuggets I made a long time ago, last week. So I'm like, You love the concept of happiness and chaos. So do I. Same. Oh, not nearly dropped in the pool. Oh, that's scary. I would be so nervous to take my camera anywhere near water. I'm like, this is not healthy. This is not what I want. I want to go away. Can they just make a waterproof camera? That'd be great. And that's like a DSLR that's high quality and everything. Sony, Canon, please get on that. I'll pay anything. I'll pay anything for a waterproof camera DSLR that's photography approved and streaming approved. I'll do it. Really, Twitch? Really? Twitch? What anyway? You mix the cream cheese to be almost like cheesecake. Ah. Ooh. Berry shortcake. With your cheesecake pound cake for the 4th of July. Ooh, that sounds really good. I don't know what I'm making, to be honest, for July. But I have some ideas, but I don't have like any confirmed ideas, especially like what day I'm doing it on. That sounds good. Come on, Automata, good together. Yeah, yes, it did go through. Yes. I didn't know you'd actually do it on mobile. Interesting. Okay, this looks awful, but it's gonna taste wonderful. I firmly believe. Kima, hello. How are you doing today? Oh, I just realized, you know what? I could make lemon pound cake. Lemon pound cake for July. That's something I could do. Lemon pound cake. Could be fun. You can't see it. Well, you kind of... This is what it looks like. A jumbled mess. But it says like fold the blueberries in and then like wait for 5 to 10 minutes. And that's what I'm doing. Poppy seeds, lemon juice. No. How do I need to get together? It's so weird. Twitch, don't make it weird. And that's funny, the auto mod is messy. It literally, it captures your message as pound cake. And I'm like, this is not it. Now I want cake. I want to make some cake, but I'm like, I don't want to eat the cake. That's the thing. I might give it to my resident services. Also, okay, I got an email today, and guess what? Rent's going up. I hate that. Rent is going up around here, and I don't like it. It's messy. We're supposed to go out to eat to Cracker Barrel for 4th of July so we can get good food. I'll get a good view of firecrackers. Nice. That's good. I have not been to Cracker Barrel in a while. It's been, I think, a month or two. Also enjoy your work. Oh, you're visiting an old friend after over 10 years. Oh, nice. Hopefully you're having a fun time. Hopefully you had a fun time visiting your friend. You edited a video in Premiere Pro last. I'm so confused, but it was fun. See, that's the fun part. Not knowing. And then once you kind of know it, it's like the best thing ever. But at least you're having fun. That's good. If you ever needed any help with Premiere Pro, let me know. I use it every day. Let me know. You like the top of your pound cake with homemade whipped cream. Make it dairy free as well. So for your son who's lactose intolerant. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you're moving in 2 months and it's just next door house, but I'm gonna finally have my bookshelf. Oh, nice. Good. I am so excited for you. Honestly, I'm gonna renew my lease for my apartment for 1 more year. And then after that, I'm moving. Because I have a feeling that rent's gonna go up next year. Because right now, it's like $16.80 a month for my apartment. And now it has been moved up to like 17,000 or whatever. Which is ridiculous, I find. Because I live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment on the 3rd floor. And I have 2 bedrooms because one's my bedroom and one's my office. So it's like almost like, basically I'll be paying like $2,000 a month. That's insane. For my apartment, but I don't know. So these ads that I'm playing is helping me pay rent. So I appreciate you all sitting through the ads, even though they're so annoying. And also, the sponsorships that we've been doing lately, I appreciate you all sticking around with those. Because rent is wild. I'm telling you. That's a lot of money. And it's just me living in the apartment, so I don't have a roommate or anything. But, like, I'm fine, but at this point, if I'm paying this amount of money for rent, I might as well buy a house. You know? I'm moving in August to a bigger apartment so we can start having some baby simmers. Nice! That's exciting. Makes me feel better. I got supposed to use when importing, but it's been fun. Oh, Dad, let me tell you. I've been helping my mom with Premiere Pro, and she's getting the hang of it so far. I always say it's a drag and drop system, which it literally is. It's just a drag and drop system when it comes to Premiere Pro, at least to me. Okay, let me put all these things away because it's getting full over her. Put the chia seeds over. That's the computer. Syrup. Blueberries back in the fridge. How is it almost 1 p.m.? That is crazy. Twitch has been giving me, has been giving you only 1 second, 5-second ads recently, and I'm not complaining. That's a dream. That's a dream come true. Only 1 5-second ad? That's a dream. Okay. Put all these things into the sink. Get washed later. And then we're gonna scoop them into the pan. So we have this pan over here. I don't need these anymore. So this one. The regular spoon. And then, okay. Oh, I mostly cook dairy free as well. Yay! Now we see Mo. We did it. I had to learn with all the Adobe products during COVID, so my professor couldn't show us in person. So me and my friend would literally meet up and just watch YouTube videos and learn all the stuff as fast as possible and not feel the courses. Honestly, when I was using Premiere Pro for the first time, or just like Adobe products in general, I had no one to teach me, and I wish I did. Well, okay, back in the day, I used like not illegal copy of like Adobe. I like my first Adobe product was Photoshop because I made a lot of thumbnails for my YouTube videos. Like I would edit in Sony Vegas, but then edit my thumbnails in Photoshop. And Sony Vegas was honestly Adobe's a lot more easier than Sony Vegas because Sony Vegas is just like a whole other like avenue of learning. So crazy. Oh, you heard that one? Oh. You didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything, Daddy. You didn't hear anything. Oh, all good, all good. And Joe will be here. Okay. I'm just gonna scoop them all into here. But yeah, I don't know. Sony Vegas is like a lot to me. I used it back in the early days of YouTube. It's like everyone used either iMovie or Sony Vegas during like the YouTube times, like in like 2009, 2008. And that was a time to be back then. And now now everyone uses like Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere. I'm like, oh, so many. Of course, there's free ones out there too, like for editing software. But like, if you wanted to like, honestly, if you wanted to learn about a software like or anything at all, I would just say use Skillshare. Skillshare is like a really good, awesome tool to use in case if you ever want to like learn a new skill about like editing, photographing, gardening, planting, interior design, animation, whatever you want to learn. Skillshare is the place for you. And you can also get a free trial when you sign up for Skillshare. I think it's like 30 days or whatever when you first sign up. But then also Adobe is expensive. I've been paying for Adobe for like all my life. And then when I got to university, I'm like, cancel that right now. And I started using the university one, which I was so thankful that I had that because it was free through my department. Because at one point when I went to like Webster, the university I went to, they had stopped giving Adobe to all the departments in the school, and they said if you're in the School of Communications, you still get Adobe for free. I'm like, I'm in the School of Communications, so I get it for free. Everyone else doesn't. So that was like a thing that they did my second year when I was there, and that was a moment. I'm so glad I went through like design and technology. I'm a full-time student and earn only 450 pounds a month, so that stuff is a lot. It is. I wish there was like a way you could like get a free version for Adobe as like a student, you know, but not through your school. Which reminds me, I need to renew my Adobe subscription by using my student ID at my community college, because you know I went to community college first, and then I went to a 4-year university. I transferred. Well, the good thing about community college is they still give you access to everything, even like Microsoft, the Suite thing, and also whatever you need, because you can go back at any time. So I've been using my student ID for a very long time because I keep going back to school, and I have a better discount for Adobe now, which is very nice. So that's like kind of like a nice thing to have a discount, because originally, because I use like the full-blown thing, the whole suite, and I feel like having everything is good, but also not having everything is like also good too. Is Twitch switching? Are we breaking up? We're good? Oh, I was like, whoop. I got scared. It might be on your end, maybe. Maybe. Unless it was like my camera that was glitching or something. I don't know. Other units doesn't have a license for Adobe. We're communications and media department, we need it, but they were like, nope, you have to buy it. Oh, that's rude. Universities have money, they should like do something. It would be a great benefit for them to work with Adobe to get a free, like, a license for all their communication students. Because you would need it every day. Wow. That's weird. Also, Rosalia, thank you for the follow. And also, Michael, hello. How are you doing today? It is good seeing you. We are making blueberry muffins at the moment. And we're getting close to the tail end of this recipe, finally. But welcome in. We just made 2 different things. We made vegan Tex-Mex black bean and pepper wraps earlier for my parents for their lunch, and I'm now making them some muffins. But yeah, if you do exclamation point recipes in the chat with an S at the end, you'll get the link to everything you need to know. I'm using the Quaker's Quaker oats, Quaker oat flour for the muffins. But if you want the HelloFresh recipe, it's the first one. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, sometimes Twitch can be a little bit twitchy. Twitchy glitchy. You know, instead of, why call it TwitchCon when they can call it GlitchCon? I'm just saying. GlitchCon sounds more exciting to me than TwitchCon. Because, like, I mean, in a way, computers do glitch. I think GlitchCon should be a thing. Just saying. I'm just saying. So, you know, it's a good branding opportunity. Twitch, glitches, Twitch. Like, you're twitching. You're glitching. Twitch, twitchy, Twitch, glitchy. Anyway, I'll be here all week. Literally, because I stream every day. All good. Dreamy Skull, thank you for hanging out with us today. We'll see you hopefully next time. Tomorrow, we're going to be playing Among Us with the friend group. And we're going to cause a lot of chaos and destruction and cry about it. So that will be tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central. So I'm really excited to do that. Enjoy this with your day. And my NP, welcome in. Welcome in. I love blueberry muffins, but I haven't had them in a long time. But I'm also glad you're doing good, Michael. Hopefully it's not too hot where you are. It's kind of winding down. It's like 84. That's interesting that our uni, you are only allowed to be enrolled in a specific amount of semesters. Mine is like 9 semesters maximum, and you have to be done because to the color I got bumped to 11. Huh. Well, I mean, technically, my university said like you can stay as long as you want. It's like 4 years max. But if you want to go back for another degree, of course. But community college is different than university in America, but like my community college is like a 2-year, but you can like go as long as you want. I went there for 4 years, community college, because I was still doing more classes and wanted to get stuff out the way. So it was like definitely a learning experience, I would say, for me. Dad went to community college. And it's also cheaper to go to community college than university. Get your prereqs out the way. It's easier. You had you made a rhubarb and strawberry pie the other day and it was amazing. Really? Oh, that sounds delicious. And that would be for real, really good marketing strategy. Honestly, GlitchCon, just saying. You ate all in 2 days. That sounds like me with anything that I make. If I make my regular muffins that I usually make, they're gone in like 2 days. Which is not surprising. Because then I eat them all and my parents eat them all. I did 3 years, and that 1 year you didn't have to like do. No, it was a no. You transferred that one time. I'm still upset for you, Gab. With the fact that you had to stay an extra semester, that was mean. Oh my gosh, 100? Oof, that's evil. Oh, Avis makes vegan blueberry muffins, but they're like $7 for 12 mini ones. I'd be like, I'll just make my own. I'll make my own at that point. And apparently the other day, I was eating like a turkey burger. My mom told me that they had bought new like hamburger buns that were like $6. Imagine hamburger buns for $6. They'd better be made of gold if I'm gonna eat those. But then again, they can spend their money however they want. I probably would never buy buns for $6. I would cry. But they were really good though. The buns were worth it. I don't know about $6 worth, but you know, hey, their money, their food. I'll just in the back. Or you can go back for your master's programs and that here too. But then you're like newly enrolled. Oh, that's true. I was mad at my advisor when I switched over to 4-year. Great teacher, terrible advisor. Yeah. That was like that for one of my advisors. They said I didn't need math for my degree when I had already was basically halfway done through my college statistics class. I'm like, I didn't like math in high school and I don't like math now. Why am I doing it? I wanted to cry. Okay. So these are all smoothed out and done. I'm gonna put them in the oven for the next 25 to 30 minutes or so. And I'll probably end the stream around like here, but I'm gonna clean up, of course. Okay. You made 6 vegan patties for like $5 and they're pretty good. They're Chipotle black bean vegan patties. Ooh, that sounds really good. So this is what they look like, by the way. Let's show a better photo. It also feels like I'm not streaming, but I am streaming. So this is what it looks like. All laid out. I'm making 7 of them. So we're gonna, and I'm gonna put them in the oven for about 25 minutes or so. They smell nice too. Okay. So now that's doing that, I can clean up my space and then take a nap. You think they're gonna make some banana bread this weekend? Ooh, I have not made banana bread before. I want to try and make banana bread. I really love food more than anything. I want to see this real quick because this is too much. Okay. But I really, really deeply love just bread. Banana bread I've had one time. I've had some type of other loaf. I think it was like green apple something, but it wasn't bad. It was actually really good. Okay. Let's put all this stuff away. Let's clean up our spaces. As they would say in grade school, cleanup time. Clean up. Everybody here. I also think I'm just so tired. Where's my water? Oh, it's delicious. You're trying to make it, and it was really not hard to do, and that's why I like it. I mean, honestly, if the recipe is easy, and that's the best part. If it's easy and it's good, that's perfect. Okay. Also, Misha, welcome back. How are you? My kids are something else. Oh my gosh. Don't you just love kids? Aren't they just the best? Because they truly are. Kids are great. Okay. Where's my... Oh. You know, the thing about cooking in the kitchen on the screen... Yeah, the good part about this is that the amount of steps I'm getting is rather fun. I have... Oh my... How on the... Okay, so apparently I have 5,200 steps. 5,200 steps right now. And it's not even 1 p.m. I think I get very frantic and I just get confused and I start moving around a lot. Oh, your kids are adults though, and they always have questions, and I'm glad that I know the answers. Oh, that's good. That's good. As long as you know the answers. I always say, ask Google. Google is your best friend. That's what I say to people. I'm like, Google. Hey Google, what's the capital of Arkansas? Oh. Sometimes I'm like, wow. I honestly have to say I've learned a lot from my parents more than school. Life lessons. Yeah, I'm still here. I am. I'm gonna be live for like the next couple of minutes or so. I'm just cleaning up my space while we just kind of chit chat for the next 10 minutes or so before we end. I'll take a photo and I'll post it in the Discord because I know these lessons will take a while to do. Plus I just gotta clean up and stuff. But how was your work meeting? Hopefully it went well. Also, Stevie Coupon 3. Hello, how are you? Happy Wednesday. Hopefully you are having a fantastic day where you are in the world. It's only 8 p.m. If I go take a shower now and take a makeup off then, I can go to bed around like 9 and I should be fine. So hopefully I don't wake up early tomorrow. Hopefully. Hello. But yeah, it's been like one of those days. So probably you probably could. Oh, I had made the wraps. Yeah, we're just chilling. It's been a long day today, I feel. Okay. Cleaned up my space. It's all good. Oh. But yeah, if you all wanted to know what we were making today by any chance, you can do exclamation point recipes in the chat if you would like to. Of course. There we go. Ooh. What is that? There we go. Thank you, Savvy. But what are your plans for the rest of the day? What do y'all got going on in your life that you're going to be doing? Oop. Okay, here it is. Perfect. And move it over here. There we go. But yeah, this is like a good chill day. I'm going to take a nap later. I might watch a little bit of, what's it called? Some DC movies or something like that. Yeah, that was my dad. He's just working. He's almost done with his work day. Usually, we all cook on Sundays, most likely. I'm gonna try and stay cool in this heat at most. But yeah, definitely after today, I'm gonna sit down, eat some lunch, work a little bit, maybe even try to remotely edit my vlog so I can post it this week. Because I'm finishing up my day in a life vlog. because I did it earlier. I did it yesterday, and I didn't get to finish it, so I finished it earlier this morning while setting up this stream for today. And I'm gonna edit it today so I can upload it later. I'll finish my shell challenge. Very good. We love a good shell challenge. I honestly have to say this shell challenge was definitely very fun to do. I did like what we've done in the past. Try and stay cool. That makes a video tour. Oh wait, yeah. Dab. Oh, you're building The Sims right now. My only plans for the day. Very good. I should build something today because I have The Sims on this computer, and I could probably play it. I mean, not now, but like, later. That's good. A good simming session's all good. Sims and chill, very good. I'm not really sure. I'm trying to process the emotions of what happened last night for you, just questioning everything. I couldn't really sleep. Oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna maybe take a nap, maybe eat some lunch, do something. I don't know. I'm very discombobulated today because I kind of barely slept too. I didn't go to bed until like 1-ish. So I'm like a little bit groggy. You're gonna go to work in 2 hours, but after that I'm gonna be chilling. Oh, good! That is good, Stevie. Tour coming. I'm excited. I'm excited to see your. Oh my gosh! I'm excited to see your world tour. If anyone needs any help, let me know. Oh wait, are there like individual backstories and everything for all the Sims? But yeah, welcome in, Mama CC. We are currently making, well, we were making, and we just finished our vegan Tex-Mex black bean and pepper wraps by HelloFresh, and then we made our blueberry muffin, which is in the oven right now at the moment. So, pretty good. It's been a very nice, relaxing day. We've been cooking for about 3 hours, which is kind of wild that we've been live for almost 3 hours today. I'm telling you, this recipe only required for 30 minutes. It took me an hour and a half to make it. It's like slow. Oh, you made some Sims including backstories. Very good. But yeah, that's my dad. He's just working on a few things. He just got the mail. Oh, got stuff on my hands. All good. Enjoy the rest of your day, Heartbeat Queen. We'll see you next time, hopefully tomorrow, for Among Us. My goodness. I have stuff on my hands. Okay. Okay, the place is now clean, and we're all good. Put that over here. What else? Oh, here's the towel. Let me find it. You're definitely gonna try and watch some of the other streams. Yeah, see you later. Have fun. We'll see you next time. But I think what we're gonna do for now, I think we can end it here for now since everything is basically done. But before I even remotely, well, I guess, I don't know. We made everything. We made everything we needed to do for the Tex-Mex stuff. We have the tortilla wraps. We have the limes cut. We also have the beans and the rice, which I think look fantastic, by the way. I don't know. Everything is nice. Oh, the muffins aren't done yet. We just put them in. So, but they're doing okay. They're still going. I had put them in about 7 minutes ago, I think. But I'm going to take a photo and post it on Discord later of what everything looks like put together. That way it looks good. But I think we can try and plate this first. What if I try to make one? I'm going to try and make one of these. I don't know. I'm going to plate one of them on string so I can show you. That way, much easier. Okay, so let me get a spoon. Let me get a spoon. Now for this recipe, it says just use everything you got. And I said, okay. So I'm gonna use my spoon. Oh wait, I can't use my spoon yet. I need my wraps unwrapped. I forgot. But yeah, I need to make my video for my save file at some point soon. But I don't know. Oh yeah, the other thing too. What did you do with the other counties, like Bella Goth and the other people? Did you just make them as like NPCs and kick them out of their own home? Because that's what I would do. I would just kick out the Sims and let them be who they want to be. Okay. Do all of this. It looks messy, but that's okay. I'm also going to heat it up because it's been sitting for a while. Oh, you did? I'm so glad I got to finish my my Disenchanted house. Because, you know, something I did not know is that apparently that I started it in December and then stopped it and then came back in March to do some furnishing, stocked it, and then came back to yesterday. I'm like, oh, maybe I should actually finish this one and get it done. It was sitting there for 6 months waiting to be finished, which I think is hilarious. I given them townie makeovers and renovated their houses. Let the Goth family alone since they got a makeover. Oh, good. I would hope that they do the BFF household next, because that love triangle is messy. They need a lot of work. Like, a lot of work. Because Travis Scott, Liberty Lee, and Summer Holiday, messy people. Okay? I'm hungry now. Everyone get a plate. I think I have enough for everyone. If we all take very, very tiny bites, I think we'll have enough for everyone. This is for the spring squad that I'm making. Everyone open up. I'm gonna move this wrap over here so I can put the plate closer to the camera. There we go. That looks so good. I haven't made food like this in a long time. And the fact that HelloFresh came at a perfect time for today, it made the recipe a lot more fun, easy, exciting, and I'm really pleased to say that thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's stream, and I hope they come back again, because anytime that I get to cook on stream, I'm here for it. I am here for it. But yeah, that's my little wrappy wrap. I'm not gonna put this in, well, I could probably put the mayo in here. It's vegan mayo, so it's like no dairy. So I might as well do the whole thing just to see what it's like. If I cry later, you know why. Cool. It's vegan mayo, so there's no milk or any kind. Perfect. See, easy said and done. Perfect. Nice. I should go check out HelloFresh. Yeah, if you want to check it out, you can do exclamation point HelloFresh in the chat if you would like to. And with my code that you see on that you see in the link right there, you get a really hefty discount if you use my link. So definitely check it out. The code is, you can use it up until July the 20th. So you have up until that date to use it. It's not a global code, it's made only for the US, sadly. But if you want to know, if you have anyone in the US that you know that would like to use the code for HelloFresh, send them that link or the code. Either way, really good. Honestly, 10 out of 10, 100% worth it. But I love cooking for myself and other people. Like, it's like one of my favorite things to do. So much fun. Alrighty. It is now basically done. I'm just like spreading this vegan mayo on the tortilla wrap just because I think it looks cool. But it looks very yummy. Nice. And now, what is it saying? See, the thing is with folding, I'm not really good at folding. Okay, so they say if you fold it on, well, I have to scoot it in. Scoot everything in, Steven. You can do it. You're fine. Scoot everything in. It's gonna look ugly, but that's fine. I tend to overstuff. Oh, you're getting this so it's a little bit more time. Oh. Hopefully next time if I ever get sponsored, oh my gosh, again by HelloFresh, I will hopefully have a global code. Okay, I fold it like this. It's gonna look messy. Fold it like that. Fold it like this. And then, uh-oh, it's gonna be droopy. And it broke. I made a wrap. It's a wrap. Ow. Oh, everything's really good. The rice is actually really good and tasty. But yeah, the wrap. It's a little baby. It's a little baby. Okay, let me check the oven because I don't think they're really done. They're not even some time. That's what happened. The muffins will need more time, which will be fine. Sims 1 baby, a baby burrito, literally. It's literally a Sims 1 baby. Because that's what they all are. But honestly, overstuffing is like the best. But I think we're going to end the stream here for now. I really do appreciate y'all hanging out with me today on this fine Wednesday. Even though it's probably too hot to like do anything. But I really appreciate y'all coming by and being here. It's Carl! My child, Carl. Oh my gosh. You know what? I always wonder, what happens to the child in The Sims 1? I know they get taken away and stuff like that, but like, they get taken away. You might get a call in another household about adopting a baby, but if they don't get adopted, what happens to them? You know, that's got me thinking. I'll do the clip for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the clip. Yes. But we're going to do that. And I think we're gonna go and raid somebody who is doing something on the Twitch glitch app of the century. But I do want to say again, thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's stream. I really all appreciate the sticking around and hanging out with us as per usual. Wow. I will take photos and post them in the Discord so you all know what they look like for the said food when it's all finished, especially with the muffins. Oh my god. Twitch! What's going on? Twitch, don't glitch on me. Please work. Ooh! Okay. Let's go raid my good friend. I think. Wait. Yeah, let's go raid my good friend Momo. Wait, no, Momo's ending. Oh, wait, Momo's ending. Oh. Let's go read my good friend Soros then. Momo's ending. Yeah, let's go rate my good friend Soros, Kiki. I think Kiki's gonna be streaming Among Us with us tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. But let's go rate my good friend Kiki, who's playing The Sims 4 right now. And Kiki is playing The Sims, but it says, my Sims are sad because we can't have horses. That is very true. That is very true. I am also sad. And so are my Sims, because they can't have horses. Not just yet, though. Eventually, sometime soon, we'll have horses. One of these days. But in the end, we have a couple of more weeks left until we get them. Yeah, I will see you all tomorrow for Among Us at 3 p.m. Central. Have fun, stay safe, and I will see you all soon. Okay, goodbye.